Viral clips have been circulating online alleging that high-profile K-pop artists such as IU and Blackpink's Jennie participate in paid sponsorship meetings. Two members of the podcast show Above the Influence show, Michelle Kira Lee and Woo-tak Kim, have come under scrutiny for allegedly spreading false information about the Korean entertainment industry, specifically making statements about high-profile artists like IU and Blackpink's Jennie. They claim that for a high price, these ladies get physically intimate with rich men. Not only that, they even went after the famous male K-pop group BIGBANG, alleging that all the members were also involved in the Burning Sun scandal, not just Seungri. These are the videos that are circulating online.
All the K-pop stars in Korea are whores, and all the Korean actresses are whores. Apparently, with every Korean celebrity, actress, there's a price tag on their head, and if you're rich enough, like a Chinese businessman, you can like go to these entertainment companies and request spending a night, even with the top K-pop stars, like even like IU, $500,000 a night.
My friend that I went to like some summer camp with, right, is like the son of the BMW heir, and he Jennie from Blackpink.
Like he paid for her?
Yeah, paid for her and has a video and showed me this video, and that's how I know it was real. And I was like, what? And
Did
she's
it look
like,
good though?
Remember you talked about you dating someone very famous. You've dated a K-pop star.
Is it going on a date or dated?
Texting for about a week, going on a date, and then something happened. It got cut off because I think I offended him. I'm trying to think, like, how much should I, I've never told this story, like, outside of, like, my personal circles, like, never on a platform. So this was 3.5, 4 years ago, in between my, like, second long-term relationship and my current. I ended up meeting, Top from Big Bang.
Wait, is it Top or T.O.P.?
T.O.P. I don't know. It's like, you can say either way.
Okay.
But Burning Sun scandal was like this huge scandal in Korea. Girls were getting drugged at this club, and then they're kind of getting like passed around like businessmen, dudes, like guys in entertainment, and they would like take pictures of these girls while they were like out naked, and then these K-pop stars and Korean actors would have a group chat and like send pictures of the girls that they've like essentially. And then Big Bang was caught up in the controversy because Seungri was the one that took the fall. According to news outlets, like he was the one that was responsible for all that. So then he went to jail. Like he just straight up got canceled, went to jail. But the rest of the Big Bang members were still like kind of active at the time. And then he was like, yeah, like because he was the least popular one of the group, our management company collectively decided that he should take the fall, even though we were all kind of involved in it. He should take the fall, and then they paid him out to go to jail. Like, hey, like since your career wasn't like that great anyway, how about you take all the blame for this? Go to jail for a few years, but when you come out, we'll give you a good payout. And that was...
Wait, so he told you this?
After these videos hit the internet, netizens were outraged, and the podcast received a lot of backlash. Some even felt that Jennie, IU, and the Big Bang members should sue them. As for the Big Bang case, I don't even believe it because it was such a high-profile case where a lot of investigation was done and evidence brought out against Seungri, but none against the other members. Also, the other members were serving in the military during that time. On Twitter and TikTok, a lot of people had thoughts about this matter. One user expressed frustration, saying, "Why does this always happen? Top literally just got comfortable coming out onto the spotlight and in front of cameras. Kira is clearly lying, because who the F would tell someone this a week while dating? This is clearly just all false. She's clearly lying just because of his famous status." Another criticized the podcast hosts, writing, "Preying on that lawsuit. Imagine getting on a podcast to essentially call women escorts." A different fan pointed out, "K-pop industry might be wild, but girl, do you really think big companies would sell their big moneymakers to for money? It's Jennie from Blackpink. Their sales are enough to buy you and your friend. You're thirsty for anything. It doesn't matter if it's real or not." Someone else fact-checked the claims, stating, "Okay, first of all, there is no son of the heir of BMW. The heir of BMW has one child, and that child is a daughter. So right there, that's BS." Another person brought up the podcast's history, adding, This is the podcast that was saying problematic shit about black women and promoting stereotypes about different races and their bodies. They just say shit for the sake of it, and I seriously doubt they're telling the truth. After the online backlash, both hosts have stated the clip is taken out of context and have posted apologies through their respective social media accounts. On their official Instagram account, the podcast wrote, "Before I get into it, please watch the full context of those clips that are being shared without our consent. These were uploaded to our bonus content platform where you have to be a paying member to see it, not to the entire internet. Someone has taken those clips and cut out context to paint us to look like we were saying this maliciously or as an attack at these women. We had originally deleted this post within a week of posting it because of complaints and backlash. Most of you have never watched our full regular content. We discuss dark and conspiracy-based theories often, especially if we have a personal experience with the topic. We do this to shed light and discuss things that would typically never make it to mainstream media."
So I met some random girl in New York, a rich Chinese international student. She was trying to get me to come out one night, and I was like, nah. She's like, if you do, I'll tell you the craziest tea you've ever heard in your life. And I'm like, I'm not going to, but tell me the tea anyway. So I finally get it out of her. She basically my friend that I went to some summer camp with, right, is the son of the BMW heir, and he Jennie from Blackpink.
He paid for her?
Yeah, paid for her and has a sex video and showed me the sex video, and that's how I know it was real. And I was like, what? She didn't show it to me. I was just like, what? And then she went into it a little bit where she was like, yeah, I mean, you could buy any one of those Korean celebrities. And I was like,
Damn,
what?
The whole system is just so disgusting and fucked up, honestly.
It's fucking disgusting.
On his Instagram, he also wrote another statement. "All you K-pop stans freaking out right now, get your facts straight. I am not hating or attacking Jennie, simply telling a story I heard." It was not bashing, but simply repeating it because the topic was how dark the K-pop industry can be and why idols have high suicide rates and how crazy these slave contracts can be. Whoever clipped that left out context, but honestly, hate all you want, I don't care. You're saying and accusing me of things that simply aren't true. You can do 10 minutes of searching to find the same conspiracies and accusations about the K-pop industry. I have nothing against Jennie and brought it up because of how wild it sounds. If you want to have a meltdown every time someone criticizes the industry that signs your favorite celebrities to slave contracts, then be my guest, but go touch some grass. The second host, who also received backlash for her statements, also apologized on social media. She wrote, "I want to take a moment to directly address the viral clip circulating online and the rumors that have followed. First and foremost, the circulating video is edited out of context and does not reflect my beliefs, intentions, or values. It was taken from a longer, private conversation that was never meant to be made public, and it has since been clipped and reframed in a deeply misleading way. For context, the original clip was part of a podcast conversation from over 3 months ago behind a private paywall, shared with a very small, gated community. In it, I was recounting an experience I had with someone in the K-pop industry who shared disturbing claims with me. I repeated what he said word for word, not to endorse or spread it, but to highlight how deeply misogynistic and toxic the industry can be behind closed doors. I want to be clear. Those were not my opinions or beliefs. They were quotes from someone else, which I found disturbing and worth discussing critically. Unfortunately, someone screen recorded that private clip, edited it to remove all context, and shared it online in a way that falsely makes it seem like I was attacking or degrading specific artists. I deeply regret that this has caused hurt to their fans and to the artists themselves." She put out another statement, saying, "There is a long, documented history of misogyny, exploitation, and abuse in entertainment industries around the world, including K-pop, and I believe it's important to talk about these systemic issues. But I now realize that even referencing sensitive allegations without clear framing can be incredibly harmful. That was a mistake on my part. To be absolutely clear, I do not endorse any defamatory claims about Jennie, IU, or any other stars. I do not support the way these edited clips have misrepresented my words. I take full responsibility for my part in creating space for this topic without enough clarity or caution. Going forward, I will. Refrain from discussing any secondhand or unverified claims involving public figures. Take extra care with sensitive content and ensure clearer context and boundaries in all public and private content. Use my platform responsibly to elevate facts, not speculation. Despite their public apologies, both hosts continue to face widespread backlash, with many questioning the sincerity of their responses. Fans on social media argue that rather than taking full accountability, the hosts attempted to distance themselves from the comments by claiming the clips were taken out of context or were merely repeating what they had heard. This has only fueled further outrage as netizens emphasize that repeating such serious and damaging allegations based on hearsay, especially involving high-profile celebrities like IU and Jennie, without verifying the facts is highly irresponsible. Honestly, this is a hot mess, a very hot one. But I want to hear your opinion. What do you think? Thank you for watching. You'll see me soon.